Dear fellow Toastmasters, tonight I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite hobbies, wine, or in its scientific terms, Oenology. Wine is an alcoholic drink, popular since the ancient times. In Cyprus, it's been part of the island's tradition. Wine increases life expectancy, especially red wine. It's not by coincidence that Cypriots have the famous quote, Nicosia Crusaders, which means drink wine in order to have a long life. Wine is a resulting product we get from a certain procedure performed on certain varieties of grapes. Someone may think that we get white wine from white grapes and red wine from red grapes. However, this is not true. But before I explain why, let's start with something easy. We have 4 types of wine. The quiet wine, between 8 to 15% alcohol, a type of wine produced by the majority of the vineyards. The empowered wine, between 17 to 22% alcohol, the increased percentage in alcohol achieved by the addition of brandy or any other kind of spirit produced by grapes. The sparkling wine, between 8 to 15% alcohol, for example, champagne. It is said that all champagne is sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wine is champagne. And finally, the Persian wine, for example, vermouth, which is achieved by the addition of fruits, spices, and herbs. Wine quality may vary. Currently, there are 5 factors winemakers must be aware of: grape variety, geographical location of the vineyard, weather conditions, plantation conditions, and harvesting. Cold, windy, and wet weather conditions are not very good friends of grapes. So, what's the ideal climate for wine quality? Cold weather is required for grapes to develop. Ice kills diseases, but not too much of it because it will destroy the grapes. Also, enough rain is required for humidity. A warm spring with a little rain is necessary for grapes to grow, as well as a sweet to hot summer with little rain. Finally, a long dry autumn is important for grapes to mature. A good harvest is the result of a poor plantation. A poor plantation gives the best grapes because the harvesters have to dig deep inside the ground in order to find food and get fed. We can get white wine from both white grapes and red grapes. The color of the wine depends on the amount of time you leave together the grape's juice with the grape's flesh to develop. So, the more you leave them together, the darker the wine gets. As a result, we get white wines, red wines, and of course, rosé wines. Someone may ask, okay, why should I care about this? I'm not going to become a winemaker. Yes, but we all drink wine, and in order to enjoy it properly, we must serve it at the correct temperature. Sparkling wines should be served between 5 and 7 degrees centigrade. White and rosé wines between 7 and 10 degrees centigrade. Fresh red wines and light wines, for example, Beaujolais, between 10 and 12 degrees centigrade. Young wines between 14 and 16 degrees centigrade. And finally, mature wines between 16 and 18 degrees centigrade. But in addition to serving wine at the correct temperature, we must also store it properly. Wine bottles should be stored between 11 to 13 degrees centigrade. There must be humidity between 70 to 80%. There must be fresh air, cleanness, quietness, a little light, not no lights. Wine bottles should be let down horizontally so the cork is wet at all times. Also, the edges of the bottles should be let down so that we protect them from accidents and any other kind of dirt. And finally, before serving, wine bottles should stay in the fridge. The room temperature rule is a myth, especially in the weather conditions we have in Cyprus. Finally, the wine tasting procedure consists of the following steps. First, we check the shine of the wine. It may be light, it may be dark, it may be blue. Then the color, white, red, or rosé. Then we will move to the aroma. It may be a bouquet or a perfume. Then we move on to the aromatic evolution. We shake the glass. It may be spicy, fruity, floral, dry nuts, animal, chemical, vegetal, etc. And finally, it marks sensation and aftertaste. We experience the bitterness of tannins, alcohol, fruit sensation, fruit character, etc. This was an overview of wines and their characteristics. In front of you, you will find information about wine serving, wine storage, wine tasting steps, and a few secrets as far as enogastronomy is concerned. Wine, or Oenology, is an area where the more you search, the more information you retrieve. I would like to finish with a famous quote an anonymous wine lover, not me, once said, "Wine improves with age. I improve with wine." Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.